Hello everyone and welcome to Lowrentrick Scale Modelling, and this is my review and test of the Gaahleri Turbox Mini. It's the compressor kit that comes along with the advanced GHAD-39 airbrush. Now for about 2 years I've been using the Serenair dual port compressor kit, and to that I've got attached a older style GHAD-39 and a Mobius, both in the 0.3mm. And it hasn't missed a beat. It's been an absolutely fantastic kit over the last 2 years. So we're expecting good things from this one. Now inside the box there's a quick start guide in many languages. The power adapter. Uh, Obviously make sure you get the UK version and not the US version. There is an airbrush holder to clip onto the corner of the box. There's the compressor itself, which is incredibly compact. For those of you that don't have the space, it's about half the size of the Serenair, which was already quite small. And obviously, this kit also contains the advanced GHAD airbrush. First of all, let's have a bit of a closer look at the airbrush that comes along with the kit. It's the GHAD-39 Advanced. I've got the old version. The old doesn't have the cutaway at the rear, and the new version feels a lot more weighty. It's got about half as much weight again as the other version. It just feels more premium. It fits in the hand really well. It's got a good weight and balance. It looks like a cracking piece of kit. It's fitted with a 0.35mm needle, which is an excellent compromise between detail and coverage. As we'll see later, it does both really well. A quick tour around of the compressor body itself. It's quite small. If you haven't got much space, this is the one for you. There's an airbrush holder which is at the correct height, so that the airbrush can fit in the holder. There's a multifunction switch, which is a stepless switch, and a air port out. On the rear, we've got the power in, and we've got this selector switch here. So the selector switch is in normal now, and when you click it over, it goes into sort of a low power mode for if you're using a brush or a system that you want a really low power on. It stops it stopping and starting. It maintains a smoother flow, and it's got the fantastic suction pads on the bottom, which actually work a lot to remove all of the vibration and stop it slipping about. So if you've got it on a cutting mat like I have, it does stick to it. It doesn't jig about, and it keeps it nice and firm. It comes with a 6-foot hose, which is a standard fitting, straight onto the airbrush. I would have liked to have seen a water trap come with this. Well, I use a water trap on mine because of the humidity, and I don't want any of that coming through, but I've got a few spares. But that's one thing I would have liked to have seen come in the box. To see how it delivers, I'm going to use Vallejo Model Air Red, Black and Silver, the metallic version. And I've got it set here on maximum pressure, and its operating pressure is around 13.5, which is exactly what's recommended for this airbrush. The power rating for the compressor, it will do sort of between 6 psi and 36 psi, with a maximum operating range of 48 psi. So it's plenty powerful enough. I tend to use a higher pressure. I don't know what you guys use out there. I've never really used the lower pressure setting, but it's handy to have. Maybe I'm not developed as much as a modeler yet. Maybe I'll try and use some of the lower pressure. But in terms of coverage, I've got it set quite low here. I've got the rear wheel spun right in, so I've got quite a low amount of paint coming through, and there's nothing I can see which is a problem. It's taking the Vallejo Model Air straight through. I tend to use Vallejo Model Air all the time, and I use Flow Improver and probably some distilled water as well, because I like a little bit of a thinner mix. But if you do use it straight from the bottle, as the manufacturer says, it's got no problem at all doing that. I'm pushing the silver through on a much higher aperture setting, so I've spanned the wheel straight out and it's covering really quickly. And as you can hear, the noise is negligible. I think the actual number is about 48 dB at 1 meter, which is really manageable, and it's not very loud at all. The Serenair is about a similar response. I have it directly underneath my partner's bedroom, and she can't hear it up there, which is a good bonus. It means you can model in the wee hours like I like to. I see a lot of guys getting stick for painting spoons on YouTube. I'm now one of those guys that's painting spoons. They're a good type of plastic. They've got a good shape. You can see how it's delivered. They're easy, they're cheap, and you don't have to put any models at risk. Can't see the issue with it, really. But if you've got a real problem with painting spoons, do let me know in the comments. I'll be trying some very, very quick detail work to simulate maybe if you're panel lining or stuff like that. Cleaning in between colours was a breeze. A quick shot of IPA, and then I followed that with some distilled water, push it through, and then move on to the next colour. So the cleaning's not a problem at all, same as the old one that I'm still using now. As you can see, even with my shaky hands and lack of skill, it's really easy to achieve some detail and some fine lines. They will go even finer. I'm just not as good as some are with the airbrush, but you can see I'm easily able to create fine lines as well as do massive coverage. So that's a really good bonus of getting everything in one package. The features of the thing altogether are, you know, in my mind, it's compact, it's portable, it's really small, it's really quiet. It's got a digital pressure display, which makes it look really quite premium. It can also display both the temperature and PSI or bar. The temperature is centigrade or Fahrenheit. It's got an auto protect system too, so if it gets too hot, it'll first of all warn you, and then it'll cut out until it cools down to stop it getting any sort of damage. It's got the presets, so quick, low, medium, high presets. With just a touch of the button, it'll go to low, or it'll go to medium and go to high. And the rated range is around 8 to 36 psi. It's got a nice premium feel to it. I'm sure that in 2 years' time, I'll still be using this compressor too, and the Serenair also. Down in the description below, I'll stick some links so you can go and check it out yourself. I'll stick links to Gaahleri, links to Amazon, and links to the Serenair video also, so you can have a quick look at that one. A great little compressor, a cracking airbrush that it comes with. I'm really pleased with this one. It really feels up there with the Mobius in terms of construction and the feel and the use. So all in all, a cracking piece of kit from Gaahleri. A lot of people say there's bias when we do sponsorships and we do product reviews, but if it was rubbish, you'd be able to see it was rubbish, and I think it's absolutely perfect. I'm forever seeing questions across my channel and across my Facebook group, asking, you know, where do people start? What's a good mid-range or mid-entry sort of airbrush? And these brushes and compressor kits from Gaahleri are right there, in my opinion. In fact, in terms of a well-rounded review, if you've got any different views, please do drop them in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear them. So it's a big thumbs up from me at Lowrentrick Scale Modelling. Another real win from Gaahleri. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Please do check the description. Everything is in there that I've used in this video, and some links to some codes to get your own. Please do check out our Scale Modelling for Everyone Facebook group, and please consider subscribing to my little channel to help me keep the lights on. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.